So yes, the 2025 Mini Cooper S. While it still looks like a Mini, it's packed with changes. Some obvious, some hidden. Whether you love Minis or just appreciate fun, quirky hatchbacks, this new generation has a lot to talk about. So with all that being said, let's get into some things you didn't know about the 2025 Mini Cooper S. Did you know that all Minis now have a B48 engine? That is correct. This is a 201 horsepower, 221 pound-foot B48 2-liter turbocharged motor. And in fact, the B48 is now the standard engine across the entire Mini lineup. So no 3-cylinder in the US market anymore. That means increased horsepower on all of them and increased torque. Did you know that despite appearances, the front end of the car is actually shorter? And this gets even cooler. The headlights are tilted back and brought up a little bit, giving them more upright appearance. The result is the vehicle has a more R56 appearance when it comes to the headlights, which is something that a lot of Mini enthusiasts have been wanting to see. It also means that the front end naturally is shorter than it used to be. Did you know that there's no hood scoop anymore? Well, it's plainly obvious, but yes, Mini has ditched the hood scoop on every single Mini Cooper, Cooper S, and John Cooper Works. And the reason for this is largely for aesthetics, but really the hood scoop never served any function after the first generation Mini. There was no supercharger under there was no intercooler under there, so there was no reason to really have it aside from decoration. So the natural evolution for the brand was to eliminate it. Do you like it? Do you not like it? Leave a comment below and let me know. Did you know that this car has a lot of cameras around it, and that's because of the autonomous driving modes? But how many cameras? Well, there's one here, there's two there, there's one in this mirror, there's one back here, and there's one in this mirror. So how many did you count? Did you know that Mini has gone to a matrix LED taillight? The result is a smaller looking taillight, but one that creates some really cool lighting patterns when you go and mess with the exterior lighting controls. Did you know there's a driving light mode? Mini now offers classic, favored, and John Cooper Works. So you can change the taillights and even change the headlights based on what you want. I'm rather fond of John Cooper Works, but I also like favored. What do you like? And did you know that all Minis now come standard with navigation, and you can change the cursor here by pressing and holding? You can get yourself a nice little Mini Cooper right there, or push it again, and you get yourself one with a cool design or something on it like a roof box. Push it again, and you're back to the cursor. Did you know that all Minis now have a much smaller steering wheel? And the advantage of this, aside from it being a thicker steering wheel too, is the fact that it helps you better with cornering, and that is something Minis are known for. They love going around corners, so being able to do that with a smaller steering wheel makes perfect sense. Did you know that all US Minis now come standard with head-up display, and that is because there's no instrument binnacle here anymore. Now, while it does have the speedometer right here when you are driving, some people prefer to look ahead, and this provides plenty of information. And yes, like I said, it is standard in the US market. Did you know that if you want to clean your fabric dashboard, just use a damp cloth? Quite simple and easy to do. Did you know that all Minis now come standard with a sunroof in the US market? Did you know that there is now a little storage bin between the driver's seat and passenger seat up front? And you can put lots of things in here, including snacks, your keys, your wallet, your sunglasses. Pretty cool. Did you know that all Minis, if they are above classic trim, now get basically the JCW bucket seats? Aside from them being in a blue Veskin leather, you can get them in other colors, but it is basically the John Cooper Works seat with the fixed headrest. And they are power seats now, which means fully adjustable, at least power seats if you get them. And if you pull the handle back here and flip it forward, the seat will slide forward so your passengers can get in the back. Kind of neat. Flip it back, and the seat goes right back where it was. Did you know that most Minis now have dynamic dampers, and they are mechanical? So if you wanted to install coilovers in your car, you could. And you could also put different wheels on this car if you so chose. And they offer some really cool John Cooper Works aftermarket wheels for these cars now. Did you know that out of all the wheels on this new generation, the Night Flash spoke are my favorite? And since we're on the subject of wheels, did you know they went to a 215/40/18 or a 215/45/17 for the tires? They have increased the tire size, and that means a better ride. They also no longer have run flats unless you get summer tires. Did you know that on the Cooper and the Cooper S, the exhaust is now concealed, and it is right here? Did you know that despite all these changes, you still have plenty of the same interior trunk space that you had in the previous generation? And you can still fold the seats completely flat. Did you know Comfort Access is no longer a button? It's now a slide your finger across to lock and grab the handle to unlock. Did you know that while there are less circles in the car, there are more ovals in the car? Here, 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 and even here, just to name a few. And if you're someone who loves music, this oval right here is your Harman Kardon. Did you know that the Mini is the only brand on the market to have a circular OLED screen? And it's a full circular, full touch screen. So that's pretty cool. Did you know there's a camera inside the car as well? Did you know the Mini now has concealed washer nozzles? They're now located in the cowl, and there are 3 of them. One here, one there, and one over there. Did you know that despite this car looking almost identical to the previous generation, the only real body panel it shares with the previous car, aside from maybe the roof, is the doors? Did you know that the F66 Mini Cooper is probably one of the most advanced Minis that we've had in the last 20 years? On top of that, Mini has gone out of their way to give us details that harken back to the original classic Minis, a much simpler aesthetic, a much cleaner interior line, a much cleaner exterior body line, no extra stuff. It's very much reminiscent of the original classic Minis, and that's one of the things I like about it. Did you know that this trim color on the badge is called Vibrant Silver, but it really is gold? Did you know that the new Minis now use a cloth strap, highly taut, as the third spoke on the steering wheel? This creates a very minimalist, very simple aesthetic. Did you know it still has nice button controls, unlike some Volkswagens which love to do haptic? Did you know that to start the Mini, you just turn the key right there and it starts? Did you know if you want to put it in go-kart mode, you take the experience button right here and flip it to go-kart and wait for the wahoo, and there you go. Did you know that this is the shifter? Did you know that you push it down to go into drive and push it again to go into low? Did you know if you push this button, it'll put the car in park and activate the parking brake? Did you know I'm gonna take this car out and go have fun with it? Yeah, I didn't think so. So anyway, if there's something you didn't know about the Mini that you learned in this video, let me know in the comments below. And if there's something that I didn't mention in this video that you learned while owning this or driving it, let us know in the comments as well. And as always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video.